Hey everyone, we're here as part of the STA Kids project, and today we're going to look at how you can dig your own clay, find your own clay and work it at home. No big deal, almost no tools. And it's pretty cool, but the first thing you need to do is go outside. So if you can manage that, you'll find clay. So we've just come to a place in Yass, around town in Yass. And I'm not sure how much you can see here, but I tend not to dig in the ground too much with clay. We've got this eroded site here. One good way to find out if something's clay is there's a few different tests, and one is its slipperiness, and I'm not sure if you can see through the camera here, that shiny bit. Clay is very thin particles, and dirt wouldn't do that. So I think, and the other one is a spit test, but probably don't do that if other people are around. But if you want to get a bit of clay, not sure if I should do this here, but spit on it and rub it in your fingers. Not a very good example because it didn't spit enough, but it will be slippery. Clay is slippery. Clay plates are flat, and that's why you slip in clay, because they slide like so when they're wet. So I'm just going to show you here, all this red is clay. That means it's a lot of iron in it, and it's traveled a long way to get here. This clay is, I suggest you Google clay and you'll find out some pretty interesting things of how it got to be what it is. I'm just going to take a little bit like so. I always have a bucket with me to put in, or sometimes some little bits of plastic bag, any old scrappy plastic bags, but at the minute I'm just going to put it in here. See this? Beautiful. If this was a bit wetter, you'd probably be able to use it straight from the ground, but it's just drying out a little bit. So we'll take this and we're going to go home and set up some workstations to show you what to do next. We only take what we need, and we don't try and not do any more damage than what's been done here. So we're at another site now, as you can see, completely different colour. But the reason I thought, oh, this is a good spot when I saw it, was all the cracks in the clay. And I'm pretty sure every one of you would have seen clay like this, or earth like this, dams or puddles that dry out after the rain. So if you find this, it's probably pretty dry on top, but look, I've just turned this over and it's pretty much pure clay, whoops, underneath. Could do the little spit test, but I won't because we're on camera. But you can have a little spit, and this will be very slippery, and as I mentioned before, it gets quite shiny. Get to see that smoothness on the surface. This is beautiful clay, and if we dug a bit deeper, we'd be able to use this straight away from the ground. Wouldn't have to do anything with it. Cool. So we're back at my house. Brought home some clay from where we were before, and what I've done beforehand was dry this clay out, broke it up into little pieces. So what we do now with the clay is we pour it into something with a lot of water.